ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along to Crown Business TV for another exciting week. The place where business owners and entrepreneurs receive valuable insight and takeaway information into improving their profitability and their business growth. It has been a little while since we spoke. We had some technical issues last week, and we didn't quite air the show. We just couldn't get it up and running last week, so it's good to be back and chatting with you again today. Steve Becchio is joining us again this week. He's itching to get back in as well. What's up, Steve?
Hey, mate. How you going? Good to be back again. Good to be back on the show. It's been a few weeks now, so.
Yeah, mate. It's still pretty chaotic with the virus over your way. How's it all panning out, mate?
Yeah, I mean, it's everyone's still watching what's going on, and watching Melbourne and everything. I think people are trying to keep to as much to business as usual as they can, and some really clever and innovative ways people are starting to work around the shutdown. So, which is really good. Business owners seem to be starting to think outside the box, if you want to use that expression, and get creative.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was an interesting conversation I had earlier this week about business owners that have really used this time and taken advantage of opportunities right now, opportunities to think outside the box and really use this time as a challenge and take it head on, rather than rationalising and using COVID as an excuse for the reason why they may be doing it tough in business. The business was probably doing it tough beforehand, And
That's right,
look, a lot of businesses have no choice, and that's just, and very unfortunate if they had to shut down. But the ones that have taken this challenge on board and are really starting to excel ahead now, and know full well that they think, well, they know that they can pull through quite well. So it's certainly a good time for everyone, and it's unfortunate that it's carried on so long. Probably a little bit to go yet over on the eastern states, I'd imagine. So a couple of good big topics tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We've got, first of all, talking about cash flow and hidden cash inside of your business, hidden profits, which is really worthwhile grabbing onto. You can't dive in and extract those hidden profits, or you're not aware that they're there, then it can be really costing you money. As well as, we're going to be talking about the cost of inaction on not taking action on your big decisions in your business as well. So first of all, I share with you an experience I've had this with a business owner who is looking for extra cash in her business, and it was quite apparent when doing some digging and having a look at into her sales process, which has been a hot on topic for myself lately, talking a lot about sales, is the uncovering missed opportunities. And what I want to share with you tonight is some quick tips on how to find and uncover hidden profits and extra cash in your business without spending any more money than you are right now. And I know if that's you, that you're wanting to find cash without having to go out and spend a lot, then you're going to get a bit out of this situation that I'm going to speak to tonight. So it's started off by looking at the current sales process of this business owner. And it was a business owner that is very, very busy, like many business owners are, heavily involved in the day-to-day runnings of the business. And it was apparent that there was some leads that were coming into the business via their online presence that were getting put in a list in her database that were basically forgotten about or misplaced or just overlooked. And those leads were genuine inquiries about the services, and they filled in a application form on the website to be contacted back, to which they were never followed up. And I'll share with you some figures in a moment, how quickly these missed opportunities can add up to significant dollars in your business should you take advantage of that. So I'll just quickly share my screen and chat about whenever we talk about strategies in a business, particularly when consulting to them, we're always referring to lifetime value of a client. And in this particular case, the lifetime value of clients at this business was $9,100. Now, we had these leads come in, and she was converting these leads into paying clients at a rate of 29%. So an inquiry came in, she was able to convert them into paying customers 29% of the time. Now, these missed opportunities, that came in, there were 6 leads, genuine inquiries, so people that actually searched for her keywords on Google and landed on her website and actually filled in contact forms, so you could be pretty sure that they're genuine hot leads that are looking for your service. 6 of those missed opportunities. And when we do the maths on that, at a conversion rate of 29%, she realised that she missed nearly 2 clients. Well, let's just call it 2 in this case. And total business not realised now over the lifetime of those clients is nearly $16,000. Right, just uncovering that within half an hour of looking into her CRM and seeing where leads were going where and what was actually going on. So a quick tip is to be able to uncover these hidden profits and uncover cash that can be generated quickly is by looking, brings back to Steve and I, not much point in looking at a whiteboard all night, is to look at your current systems in place and see where leads are going and have a look at, am I capitalizing on every lead that's coming into my business? Am I, you may be in a situation where you're quite busy all the time and you just overlook these, and look, that's just no one's fault really. Everyone's busy. But if you were to outsource maybe or offload that responsibility to someone else to be able to follow up on these leads, you can see how quickly you can start picking up those dollars that are on the table there, rather than letting that lead go to someone else, which is your competition. So Steve, that was it quickly adds up, doesn't it? On
does, mate, and that's yeah, it does. And what's really cool about that situation is, and a lot of business owners, is that because they're not tracking what's going on in their business, they don't know that there's this quick cash they can put straight in their pocket straight away. And it's really great to be able to walk in there like you've done and identify something that sitting under the business owner's nose for some time, and those leads are great sales to have in this time. So it's a really good example that you've used there of your client.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely, like, now no greater time than now is to have a look at what's actually going on in your business and where there might be small leakages of missed opportunities, or even when it comes to your things like subscriptions that you might be not using anymore and just overlooking, yet you're still paying for them. But small things like that are I just call them the classic term, just leakages of cash out of your business, or missed opportunities that could become cash in your business. By just having a look at small things like that, can clearly add up to be significant amounts of cash and profits for your business over the long term. So have a look at that. I encourage you to this week is to have a look in your business at those sorts of things and find the time to step back away from being so busy and actually focus and have a look at what's actually going on in your systems and particularly with new inquiries and leads coming into the business. So I encourage you to take a look at that this week and see what you can uncover. And if you uncover anything, make sure you shout out and let us know. But you possibly be quite surprised. So Steve, let's talk about the cost of inaction now, mate. A second segment of tonight, which I think is quite important for business owners as well. So I'll
yeah, sure, mate. Yes, we'll just switch over to this calculator here, and with all these strategies and these, especially with cash flow generation strategies and looking for new leads in the system, I just thought your viewers might be interested in just a worked example, because many of us try to, or in the habit of procrastination, and We might overanalyze situations, and what we've got here before us is just a very simple calculated example of the cost of inaction. Now, let's say, for example, that in your business you're bringing in, and these are purely just an illustration with some assumptions. Say you've got an annual income of 200,000. And let's say through some various improvements or, the lead generation strategy or improvements that Harvey was just talking, we want to target an extra $50,000 a year. So if we just put 250,000 as our target, we can have a little worked example here. As if you delay putting these changes into effect, and these are changes that can be put in place fairly quickly. Not a great step to get like a jump in income like that if you're using and fine-tuning a couple of strategies. You can see that over a 3-year period, the income gap each year is 50,000. Now, we've added in a little bit of bank interest here to try and add some realism, but it's 50,000 the first year, 51,000 you're leaving on the table the second year, 52,000 on the third year. And here we can see these are broken down into monthly, weekly and daily costs. So that's money that you're leaving on the table. So when you start to provide the figures here in a worked example, you can see just how much cash is slipping through your fingers. Now, we've made some assumptions here about a 3-year period and a 2% rate. Let's say that's bank interest. I mean, you don't get much at the moment, do you? So we'll just put a small value there. But we tally up our total cost over those 3 years. If you put this off and you don't do anything, you're looking at giving away 153,000 in potential income, and that adds up, and that's could be going into your pocket. Now, if you take this a step further, and we say after the third year, let's just say that you keep that money in your business. Well, let's say that you choose to draw that out of your business and you put it in an investment. Let's look at the cost of an investment, what this could be earning you for 10 years. And let's say you get a market return, a longer term rate of 8%. Well, we calculate the value, that accumulated value or the investment value of that grows to $330,000. Now it's starting to get into serious money. And that's from putting off in the first year a very simple decision to implement some strategies to increase your income by 50,000 could potentially 10 years down the road cost you 330 or even more. So that's just a powerful message of, if you procrastinate or you do nothing, and doing nothing is a choice, you're leaving potential dollars on the table, and doing something is better than doing nothing. Obviously, thinking it through first, but taking some action there's a big payoff to it. So that's just a little worked example for your viewers, Harvey, just to bring home the point there that doing something to improve your business today is a great point to get going. So.
Yeah, sure. And Steve, what do you think where does this come back to though? With we talk about strategies and that all the time, but I think it comes back to the business owner making the decision and saying, yes, I want to increase my income by 50,000. But do you think the procrastination on taking action on that is not having the plan in place to say, well, okay, this is what I want to do. Now let's create the strategic plan to make that income a reality for us. Not having that plan kind of interrupts the whole sequence, doesn't it? I mean,
that's right, mate. And that I've just plucked that $50,000 out of the air. In reality, when you sit down and you look at your business and your income and what you want to be earning, you're looking 5 years down the track and you're working back from where you want to be. And then you'll break those goals down into your yearly and then your monthly and your weekly. And that's definitely the proper approach. But the starting point is to sort of say, okay, what do I want to achieve this year? And then, you look at that example. Well, what are my monthly targets? What are my weeklies? What are my dailies? And then, of course, as you say, get the right strategies in place to hit those. And then you've got clarity and you've got focus on where you want to go in the short term and the long term. And that's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah, and when when you see it come down to what you're missing out on every day, I think there was $130
Well, yes.
or something that's like,
Yeah, but you can also see, it's much more achievable if you look at it today, in the month, and in a year, rather than looking down the road to how much you want to increase. It becomes a lot more achievable if you can break those chunks down. So, but yeah, big money there. And, look at that 10-year value of compounding interest. And that compounding works for you, and it works against you too. So, that money that you're bringing into your business could be going off your mortgage, or it could be reinvesting to grow your business more. So definitely there are compounding effects each way.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant, mate. It's a powerful thing too, that calculator, and being to be able to see things from a different perspective. I think it's been fantastic, and thanks for sharing that with us tonight, mate.
Yeah, no problem, mate. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you tonight. Crown Business TV. Thanks for joining us. If you're watching the replay, hit hashtag replay in the comments below, and we'll reach out and connect with you. If you're looking for more information on business planning we've just spoken about, there'll be a link in the comments below after the show where you can get more information there. Thanks for joining us again this week. Stay tuned for another episode of Crown Business TV next week, definitely Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. Western Standard Time. We'll see you then. Catch you, Steve. Thanks, mate.
Cheers.